Imagine a storm raging around you, winds howling, thunder crashing, the very earth seems to tremble. Now picture yourself standing calm and unshaken amidst this chaos. How? This isn't just about survival, it's about finding peace where none seems to exist. This provocative image sets the stage for our exploration into Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that promises not just to help us survive, but to thrive in the midst of life's storms. In times of uncertainty, our minds can be our worst enemies, churning with fears about tomorrow and regrets over yesterday. But imagine turning down the volume of this mental noise. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What if we could harness this power to find clarity and peace, no matter the chaos outside? As we delve into the Stoic way of life, you'll discover tools not just for enduring, but truly living deeply, even when the future seems obscure. Stoicism teaches us to differentiate between what is within our control and what isn't. By focusing on our actions and attitudes, we unchain ourselves from the anxiety of outcomes that we cannot predict or influence. If you're intrigued by the promise of mastering your thoughts and finding serenity amid uncertainty, don't just watch, engage. Subscribe to our channel for more insights into living stoically. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any part of this journey toward a more resilient and focused life. Join us as we step into the world of Stoicism, where every challenge is not a threat, but an opportunity to grow, and every moment of uncertainty is a space to test our virtues. Are you ready to turn the chaos of the unknown into your playground for growth and self-discovery? Let's embark on this Stoic adventure together, embracing what we can control. In the vast expanse of life's uncertainties, the Stoic philosophy offers a powerful tool: the differentiation between what is within our control and what is not. This distinction is fundamental to developing resilience in uncertain times. The wisdom of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, lays the groundwork for this lesson. Some things are in our control and others not. By internalizing this simple yet profound understanding, we can focus our energy and efforts on the aspects of our lives we can influence, rather than dissipating our strength against the immovable. Consider the common experience of worrying about the future, a future that is inherently uncertain and largely out of our hands. We might fret over potential job losses, health issues, or global crises, all of which are beyond our direct control. This approach not only alleviates anxiety, but also empowers us. When we stop trying to control the uncontrollable, we gain more energy to invest in what truly matters and what we can actually impact. This can be as simple as maintaining our physical health, choosing kindness in our interactions, or dedicating ourselves to lifelong learning. The Stoic practice of focusing on the present moment is integral to this lesson. By anchoring ourselves in the here and now, we avoid the pitfalls of dwelling on past mistakes or future worries. This present-centered mindset sharpens our focus and enhances our decision-making, enabling us to act with intention and purpose. Moreover, embracing what we can control fosters a sense of inner peace and satisfaction. It allows us to detach from outcomes that are dictated by external factors and to find joy in our own efforts and virtues. As Marcus Aurelius noted, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." As we continue to navigate the uncertainties of life, remember that the true measure of our character and resilience is not how we attempt to control the world around us, but how we master our responses to it. By focusing on what we can control, we build a foundation of Stoic strength that not only endures, but thrives, regardless of external circumstances. This lesson, fundamental to the Stoic philosophy, is not just about coping with life's challenges. It's about transforming them into opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment. Cultivating indifference to indifferent things. A key aspect of Stoicism involves learning to cultivate indifference towards things that are indifferent. That is, things that do not inherently affect our moral character. This Stoic practice is rooted in the understanding that our emotional well-being is largely dependent on our ability to distinguish between what truly matters and what does not. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, emphasizes this when he says, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The concept of indifference in Stoicism refers to things like wealth, health, fame, and even life's hardships. While these can be preferred or dispreferred, they should not disturb our inner peace or dictate our happiness. For example, losing a job or facing financial hardship is undoubtedly challenging, but the Stoic learns to see such events as opportunities to practice virtues like resilience, creativity, and perseverance. Cultivating indifference requires practice and mindfulness. It involves a conscious decision to not let external circumstances sway our emotions. This doesn't mean we should not strive for or enjoy these things. Rather, we should not become emotionally dependent on them. One practical way to cultivate this Stoic indifference is through the practice of negative visualization, a technique where you periodically contemplate the loss of things you value. This exercise is not meant to be morbid, but is intended to reinforce the impermanence of external things and help you appreciate them without becoming overly attached. Another aspect of cultivating indifference is learning to enjoy things without letting them define you. You might take pleasure in a luxurious vacation or a fine meal, but you should remain equally content if circumstances change and those pleasures are no longer available. Ultimately, cultivating indifference to indifferent things helps us develop a stronger, more resilient character. It teaches us to remain calm in the face of life's inevitable changes and challenges, focusing on maintaining our integrity and peace of mind, regardless of external circumstances. This lesson from Stoicism not only helps us navigate life more smoothly, but also enriches our experiences, allowing us to live with dignity and tranquility no matter what life throws our way, accepting what we cannot change. The Stoic principle of accepting what we cannot change is vital for enduring and thriving during uncertain times. It teaches us the serenity to recognize the limits of our influence and the wisdom to embrace life's inevitable flux without distress. Acceptance in Stoicism is not about passive resignation, but about a proactive acknowledgement of the facts before us. It involves understanding that certain aspects of life, such as the behavior of others, the past, and much of the external world, are beyond our direct control. Practically, this Stoic lesson can be applied by focusing our efforts on our own actions and attitudes, while letting go of the desire to dictate every outcome. For instance, you might face a sudden illness or an unexpected financial setback. While you cannot change the fact of these challenges, you can control your response. Moreover, accepting what we cannot change is crucial for maintaining inner peace and resilience. It allows us to endure life's challenges with a composed and clear mind, enabling us to think and act more effectively. When we resist this acceptance, we often find ourselves caught in a cycle of negative emotions and stress, which only compounds our troubles and blocks effective solutions. This Stoic practice also encourages a deeper form of humility, recognizing our own limitations and the vastness of the forces that shape our world. This humility is liberating because it relieves us from the impossible burden of needing to fix or manage everything. In implementing this lesson, daily reflection can be beneficial. At the end of each day, Consider what events or situations you resisted because they were beyond your control. Reflect on how this resistance affected your mood and behavior. Could accepting these things as they are have led to a more peaceful day? Such reflections can gradually shift your mindset, increasing your capacity to accept life's uncontrollable elements with grace. This Stoic lesson on acceptance is more than just philosophical advice. It is a practical guide to living a fulfilled and balanced life. It teaches us to navigate the unpredictable currents of existence with strength and dignity, always ready to face whatever comes our way with a steady heart and a keen mind. The power of perspective in shaping reality. The Stoic practice of reframing perspective is pivotal in understanding and managing our reactions to life's events. This lesson emphasizes that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we interpret and respond to these events. The Stoic philosophers, particularly Epictetus, professed, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." Shifting our perspective involves a deliberate re-evaluation of our circumstances, focusing on viewing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. For example, losing a job can be seen either as a devastating setback or as a chance to pursue new professional paths that might align better with our passions and skills. Moreover, the power of perspective allows us to maintain a sense of tranquility in face of adversity. It provides a mental space wherein we can remain calm and composed, making more thoughtful decisions rather than reacting impulsively. Practicing this shift in perspective can start with small daily affirmations and reflections. For instance, instead of thinking, "I have to go to work," consider reframing it to, "I get to go to work and contribute my skills." The Stoic emphasis on perspective also involves embracing a broader view of time. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the immediate impact of events, we are encouraged to consider their significance in the grander scheme of our lives. In summary, the power of perspective is a transformative tool in Stoicism that teaches us to mold our realities through our thoughts and attitudes. It is a call to actively engage with our perceptions, challenging us to rise above passive reactions and to choose how we define and respond to our life's narrative. This lesson, therefore, is not just about coping with the world as it is, but about actively shaping our experience of it to live more fulfilling and empowered lives. Practicing resilience through daily Stoic routines. Resilience, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is not merely about enduring hardship, but actively transforming adversity into an advantage. This lesson explores how incorporating Stoic practices into daily routines can bolster our mental fortitude and help us navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and vigor. One of the key daily routines that embodies Stoic resilience is the practice of journaling. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, kept a personal journal, which later became known as Meditations. In this journal, he wrote reflections and reminders to himself on how to live according to Stoic principles. Another important Stoic routine involves setting the day with intention through morning meditations or affirmations. This might involve contemplating a Stoic quote or principle and considering how it can be applied throughout the day. For instance, reminding oneself in the morning to focus on what is within one's control can prepare the mind to handle stressful situations more effectively. Stoics also practice resilience through voluntary discomfort. This could involve physical challenges like cold showers or fasting, or it could be mental, such as deliberately exposing oneself to challenging situations to strengthen one's ability to cope. Evening reflection is another Stoic practice that enhances resilience. At the end of each day, Stoics advise reviewing the day's events and one's responses to them. This practice helps identify areas for improvement and consolidate the day's lessons. By integrating these practices into daily life, Stoicism offers a structured approach to building and sustaining resilience. It transforms theoretical knowledge into practical actions that fortify us against life's uncertainties. This active engagement with Stoic routines not only deepens our understanding of the philosophy, but also enhances our ability to remain steadfast and optimistic, regardless of external circumstances. Thus, practicing resilience is not just about surviving the storm, but learning to dance in the rain, equipped with the tools and wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Fostering emotional intelligence with Stoic mindfulness. Emotional intelligence is an essential skill that allows us to navigate interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. In Stoicism, the cultivation of emotional intelligence is achieved through mindfulness and self-control, helping us respond to our emotions with reason rather than impulse. Stoic mindfulness involves a conscious awareness of our thoughts and feelings without being swept away by them. It teaches us to observe our emotions from a distance, recognizing them as transient states that do not need to dictate our actions. This detachment is crucial in developing emotional intelligence, as it allows us to understand our emotions without letting them control us. One practical application of Stoic mindfulness is the use of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This technique involves anticipating potential negative outcomes and preparing mentally to accept them without emotional upheaval. For example, before entering a stressful meeting or conversation, a Stoic might consider the various challenging reactions they could encounter and plan rational, calm responses. Another key aspect of emotional intelligence in Stoicism is the practice of empathetic listening. Stoics believe in the importance of understanding others' perspectives, recognizing that each person acts according to their own rationale and circumstances. By actively listening and seeking to understand rather than react, we build stronger, more respectful relationships. Finally, daily reflection is integral to developing emotional intelligence through Stoicism. Each evening, reflecting on the day's emotional experiences helps us understand our triggers and triumphs. This introspection allows us to celebrate our successes in managing emotions and identify areas where we might improve. By integrating these Stoic practices into our daily lives, we not only improve our own emotional health, but also enhance our interactions with others. Emotional intelligence, fortified by Stoic mindfulness, allows us to navigate the complexities of human relationships with finesse and compassion, making us more effective leaders, colleagues, friends, and family members. Thus, fostering emotional intelligence is not merely a personal gain, but a communal one, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. The Stoic art of letting go of anger. Anger is a natural human emotion, but when it spirals out of control, it can lead to destructive outcomes and hinder our ability to think clearly and act wisely. Stoicism provides valuable tools for managing and ultimately letting go of anger, emphasizing rational understanding and self-control as keys to maintaining inner peace. Stoicism teaches that anger stems from our judgments and expectations about the world and the people around us. When reality does not align with these expectations, we feel threatened, and anger becomes a defensive response. To manage anger, Stoics recommend practicing objective judgment. Before reacting, we should assess the situation with detachment, asking ourselves why we feel angry and whether our response is proportionate to the cause. This involves questioning the assumptions and expectations that underlie our anger. Another Stoic strategy is to cultivate empathy by considering the perspectives of others. Anger often arises from a perceived slight or injustice, but by trying to understand the motivations and circumstances of others, we can diffuse hostility. Stoics also emphasize the importance of reflecting on the impermanence of our emotions and the transient nature of life itself. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Keep in mind that when it is time to die, you must leave something behind that is much more pleasant than any transient emotion, your dignity, humanity, and loyalty to what is right." Through these practices, Stoicism doesn't just teach us to suppress anger, but to transform it. By understanding its roots, reframing our perspectives, and focusing on rational responses, we can turn anger from a disruptive force into an opportunity for personal growth and deeper understanding. Thus, the Stoic art of letting go of anger is not about denying our feelings, but mastering them, allowing us to live with greater peace and purpose. The virtue of patience in a Stoic life. Patience is not simply the ability to wait, but the capacity to maintain a calm and rational demeanor during that wait, regardless of the duration or circumstances. This Stoic virtue is fundamental in cultivating resilience and wisdom, enabling us to face life's challenges and delays without succumbing to frustration and impulsivity. This lesson explores how the Stoics viewed patience as a critical element of a virtuous life and offers practical ways to integrate this quality into our daily experiences. In Stoic philosophy, patience is seen as a form of courage. It involves enduring discomfort without complaint and handling delays or injustices without yielding to anger or despair. This virtue is closely linked to the Stoic idea of accepting what we cannot control. One effective Stoic practice for cultivating patience is the deliberate exposure to minor annoyances without allowing them to disturb our peace of mind. This could involve, for instance, standing in a long line without feeling rushed or irritated, or dealing with a slow internet connection without succumbing to anger. Moreover, the Stoics believed that patience was key to understanding and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, a model of Stoic patience, often wrote about the importance of seeing events in their true light and not allowing immediate reactions to cloud our judgment. Another aspect of Stoic patience involves enduring suffering or hardship without letting it dominate our thoughts or disrupt our inner tranquility. This is achieved by practicing mindfulness and remaining present in the moment rather than projecting into an uncertain future or dwelling on an unchangeable past. In conclusion, patience in the Stoic sense is an active, dynamic quality that involves deliberate practice and presence of mind. It requires us to hold back immediate responses, endure discomfort, and approach life's challenges with a steady and serene attitude. By cultivating patience, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to a more rational and compassionate world. This lesson from Stoicism is as relevant today as it was in ancient times, reminding us that patience truly is a virtue worth mastering. Gratitude as a Stoic practice. Gratitude, within Stoic philosophy, is more than just a passive feeling of thankfulness. It's an active daily practice that enhances our appreciation of life's gifts and fortifies us against negativity and discontent. This lesson examines how Stoics incorporate gratitude into their lives, emphasizing its role in fostering contentment, resilience, and a deep-seated sense of fulfillment that transcends external conditions. The Stoic practice of gratitude involves a deliberate and mindful acknowledgement of the things we often take for granted. This could include appreciating simple daily comforts, recognizing the value of our relationships, or acknowledging our own abilities and moral progress. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, gratitude shifts our perspective from scarcity and desire to abundance and satisfaction. Stoics employ several practical methods to cultivate gratitude. One common practice is the daily reflection, often done in the morning or evening, where one mentally recounts the events of the day, focusing on the positive aspects and expressing thanks for them. Another Stoic approach to gratitude is the contemplation of impermanence, which involves recognizing that all things, our possessions, relationships, even life itself, are temporary. This awareness not only heightens our appreciation for them, but also prepares us to accept their eventual loss without excessive grief or anger. Moreover, gratitude in Stoicism extends beyond personal benefits to influence our interactions with others. By regularly acknowledging the contributions of others to our well-being, we cultivate a spirit of generosity and kinship. Gratitude also serves as an antidote to negative emotions such as envy, greed, and bitterness. When we practice gratitude, we are less likely to feel deprived or wronged by others because our focus is on abundance rather than lack. It encourages us to see the good in our lives, to appreciate the transient beauty of existence, and to respond to the world with an open heart. Through gratitude, we learn to embrace life's complexities with joy and courage, making it not only a practice of thanks, but also a profound commitment to living well. The Stoic path to inner peace. Through detachment in the Stoic sense does not imply indifference or a lack of engagement with the world. Rather, it refers to an emotional and rational distancing that allows us to engage more fully without being overwhelmed by transient feelings or external pressures. Stoicism teaches that the root of much unhappiness stems from our attachments to things outside our control, including outcomes, possessions, and even relationships. These attachments can lead to excessive emotional reactions, such as distress, disappointment, or frustration, when things do not go as planned. A key Stoic practice for developing detachment is the discipline of desire, which involves training oneself to want only what is within one's own power to attain. This does not mean suppressing all desires, but rather redirecting them towards personal virtues and actions aligned with Stoic principles. Another aspect of Stoic detachment is accepting the impermanence of all things. This awareness helps mitigate the fear of loss and the pain that often accompanies it. By understanding that change and loss are natural and unavoidable, Stoics maintain their composure and acceptance even in difficult situations. Moreover, Stoic detachment involves cultivating equanimity, the ability to remain calm and composed regardless of what life throws our way. This state is achieved by consistently practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, which help identify and adjust unhelpful thought patterns. By maintaining a level-headed approach to life's ups and downs, Stoics can make rational decisions based on wisdom rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions. Ultimately, by embracing detachment, Stoics find a profound inner peace and a robust capacity to enjoy life fully, appreciating the present moment without undue worry about the future or regret over the past. This lesson, embodying the essence of Stoic wisdom, invites us to consider how detachment can lead to a more fulfilling and tranquil life. Mastery of self through Stoic discipline. Self-mastery is a central theme in Stoic philosophy, focusing on the ability to control one's actions, impulses, and emotions to live a life of virtue and reason. This lesson delves into how Stoics cultivate self-discipline, an essential trait for achieving self-mastery, which enables individuals to live according to their principles, regardless of external circumstances or internal challenges. Stoicism posits that true freedom comes from within, being the master of oneself, rather than being driven by external influences or fleeting emotions. The practice of self-discipline in Stoicism is often achieved through daily routines and exercises that strengthen the will and refine one's character. These practices include setting clear intentions for the day and engaging in activities that challenge the spirit and mind. Another key aspect of Stoic self-discipline involves the management of one's perceptions. Stoics are taught to view events not as inherently good or bad, but as opportunities to demonstrate virtue. Moreover, self-discipline extends to one's emotional life. Stoics strive to maintain equanimity, calmness of mind, under all circumstances. This emotional regulation is achieved not by denying feelings, but by understanding their transient nature and choosing not to let them dominate one's actions. Ultimately, this lesson calls us to consider how the disciplined pursuit of self-mastery can lead to a more controlled, purposeful, and peaceful life. The role of community in Stoic philosophy. Community holds a significant place in Stoic philosophy, contrasting with the common misconception that Stoicism solely promotes individualism and self-reliance. This lesson explores how Stoics view the importance of community and social obligations, emphasizing that true wisdom and virtue are often realized and demonstrated through our interactions with others. By engaging with our communities, we not only fulfill our social roles, but also deepen our understanding and practice of Stoic principles. Stoicism teaches that humans are inherently social beings, meant to live in harmony with others. This view is grounded in the concept of oikeiosis, which refers to the natural inclination towards self-preservation, and subsequently, the preservation of others perceived as extensions of oneself. Central to the Stoic practice within the community is the idea of cosmopolitanism, the belief that all human beings, regardless of nationality or status, belong to a single community governed by common reason. In practical terms, Stoics engage with their communities by practicing virtues such as justice, kindness, and patience in their daily interactions. These actions are viewed not as burdens, but as natural extensions of Stoic practice, enhancing one's own character development while contributing to societal harmony. In conclusion, community plays a crucial role in Stoic philosophy as both a field of practice and a source of strength. It reinforces the Stoic ideals of living according to reason and virtue, not in isolation, but as part of a larger whole. By embracing our role within the community, we fulfill our Stoic duty to contribute to the common welfare, enhancing our own lives and those around us. This lesson invites us to consider how we might live more harmoniously within our communities, fulfilling our potential not just as individuals, but as integral members of a connected and caring society. As we close this chapter on Stoic wisdom, remember that the journey to embodying these principles in our daily lives is both challenging and profoundly rewarding. Stoicism isn't just a theoretical study, it's a practical guide to living well, requiring dedication and practice. Our exploration together has been more than just a passage through ancient texts. It's been a call to action, a blueprint for cultivating resilience and tranquility in a world that often seems anything but tranquil. But don't just listen, participate. Comment below with mind over body if you understand the profound power of ruling your reactions and emotions, and share how you plan to implement Stoic wisdom in your daily routine. Moreover, if you believe in the value of this content, hit the like button to support the spread of these timeless teachings. And don't forget to share this series with friends or family who might also benefit from learning to harness the calm strength of the Stoic mind. Thank you for being part of this philosophical exploration. Each video, each lesson, is crafted to bring us closer to the ideal of living not just with more thought, but with more purpose, more virtue, and more joy. So, let's keep pushing forward. Let's keep striving for a life of reason and harmony. And as always, thank you for your engagement, your insights, and your commitment to growing alongside us. Until next time, live wisely and think deeply.